Alright, so, that looks like my audio is way up. 1 second. Alright, so, welcome to the first episode of my Dragon Track Guide series. So today I want to be going over kind of like getting to know the dragon, basically. So how to do your drifts, how to straighten it out, and then just kind of some other like tips and tricks that should help you be faster for your Iva story, and if you're wanting to do speed runs in the dragon, then how to be faster with the dragon. So the first thing that we need to go over is how to actually initiate your drift. So I'm just going to be doing a little demonstration here on Lakeside to show you this. And I'm actually going to turn down my in-game audio here for a second. Excuse me. I just want to turn all these down a little bit. Hopefully that makes my audio a little clearer. Alright. So, to initiate your drift in the dragon, there's really three main ways you can do it. So the first is to just hold the gas down and hit your drift stick. And if you do this, you'll notice the car it doesn't really drift a whole lot. It takes a while. And this is good on like Lakeside because of a lot of these shallow corners. The second way that you can initiate your drift is by letting off the gas. This builds your drift bar faster. And your drift bar is at the bottom of the screen, the little orange bar. So here. So you can see here that it really increases your bar much faster. It's better for a lot of those kind of medium to sharp corners that you don't have as much time to prepare for with the shallow drifts. This one you really want to just let off the gas. And so the third and final way to initiate your drift, as I turn down my audio once again, there we go, is if you hold the brake, your drift actually will initiate even faster than letting off the gas. So if you're doing shallow corners, just keep holding the gas. Shallow or medium to really kind of tight turns, you want to be just letting off the gas for a split second and then getting back on it. And then for a sharp corner, although this isn't a sharp corner, I'll demonstrate. When you brake, your car snaps pretty much instantly. You can see kind of there, boom, you know. And so, yeah, I mean, just hit the brake if you need to do those sharp corners. So, the next thing is, how do you straighten out the dragon? You've got your drift coming out of the corner. How do you get back to driving straight? There's two ways. The first way is to just let off the gas and just flick the drift stick in the opposite direction. So here, you can see I'm drifting, right? And then I want to go straight here, so boom, like that. The second way is the brake will actually straighten out your car. So if I drift and then boop, tap the brake. And the interesting thing about the brake is it doesn't matter how much you press it. So you can tap the brake so that your acceleration barely goes down. You can see in the bottom right, my acceleration isn't going down. And I can't drift because I'm being straightened out. So if I drift and then if I barely tap that brake, boom. And then also the car will auto straighten after a while if you just let off the drift stick. It will just auto straighten. But really the two fastest ways to straighten it out are to just let off the gas or tap the brake kind of lightly. So now that we've gone over how you can drift your car and how you can undrift your car. There's a couple other things that I want to go over with the Dragon, and it really involves the steepest drifts. So to actually demonstrate this next point, I'm actually going to go down all the way to Mount Carino Forest Reverse, because this has a lot to do with hairpins. So basically, getting your maximum Dragon drift is you want to wiggle your steering stick a little bit, and that will actually give you your max drift. But the most important thing is with the Dragon, the way you max drift is you actually have to press the gas to get your 90-degree drift. So here we can see on this hairpin, if I let off the gas, I can't get my max drift. It just does not allow me to get that max drift, and it slows me down a ton. And so this is kind of interesting because you'd think that letting off the gas and having a shallower drift would actually be a little faster. But what you want to do is you want to hold the gas down, and I'm actually speeding up doing that. You will actually speed up if you hold down your gas. And so how you do that is you come up to your corner, and then you initiate drift, and just make sure to wiggle. Oh wait, I did it wrong there. So you come up to your corner, and what you just want to do is you want to just initiate your drift, and then once you get it mostly there, just flick your left stick a few times after it's charged up, like pretty much all the way, and then it should work. So here, I'll show you again this tunnel. So you can see off the gas, or I don't even know if you have to let off or wiggle your steering stick. You might just be able to. Yeah, you don't even have to wiggle the steering stick. Excuse me. You just have to charge your drift up all the way and then hit the gas, and that's how you get that maximum drift. And so this is great for really going around all of these different hairpins, especially on tracks like Carino, Twin Glen, Sunset Sea. So this is how you get around those. So now I just want to show you kind of a quick track that kind of combines all of these things and just kind of commentate what I'm doing, so you can kind of get an idea of, where you should be using all of these different techniques. So for this, I'm going to be doing City Skylink. This is the second track in the IBA campaign, or I guess in all the campaigns for that matter. And I will be making a track guide on this in the future, going in depth about like lines through corners and like where you should brake, if I have any braking points. And so for here, to start, you just use your steering stick. Don't even need to drift there. And then as we're coming up to this corner, you'll see I won't let off the gas. I'll just let my car do that slow drift. Now there, I let off the gas to flip my car back to the opposite directions. So here's a corner where I'm going to do that max drift. You can see it really helps me go around there. Here's another one of the shallow corners. This is a good let off the gas. You don't want to let off the gas right there. Sharp corner, so we're going to brake and do our maximum drift here. Here's another pretty sharp corner, so you're going to want to maximum drift that and then straighten it out. And then for those, you don't have to drift much, but you do have to let off kind of in the middle. Let off the gas. This big corner, you kind of want to hit that max drift and then just let it straighten itself back out with the gas. Since you're still drifting on that corner. Let off the gas drift. And there you go. So that is my tutorial for getting to know the dragon. So yeah, I hope that this helped for any people who are a little confused or just don't quite know the full capabilities of dragon, what it can do. Hopefully this video helped you out a little bit, kind of showing how to do two different types of drifts and where you should be using them. So yeah, I will be making a track guide probably starting this week / next week on the campaign tracks first. So if you've just come to this game, or even if you've been playing for a little bit and you're just trying out the dragon and you need a little help on track, let me know down in the comments, and I will try to play it over the next week so that I can get you guys a good track guide. Hopefully by next weekend at the latest. So with that, thank you for watching. Again, leave a comment letting me know any questions or if you have any suggestions for tracks, and hopefully I'll see you next week.